how to change a belief that could be sabotaging your life and your experience. So, if we think about something like impatience and we want to change that belief, we have to kind of go underneath it and see what is really creating that belief of impatience. And it works like this. You kind of go back to a time when you're young and maybe your parents were busy or they weren't around, and you just sort of close your eyes, put yourself in that space, and go to the feeling that they weren't saying to you, but maybe a feeling that came over you. Like one of the common ones would be, I'm not good enough. And whether or not that's true in this moment, that's not the most important part, but it's just to feel that and see that maybe that was the belief that was created at that time. And then when we bring ourselves out of that moment, we look at how impatience is affecting our lives. Well, there's probably a belief that if I get enough done, and that's why we become impatient. And then we go back to the younger belief of I'm not good enough, and then if we get things done, then we get noticed and we get love for that. So that could be some kind of research that we do to help us figure out what are the limiting beliefs that are blocking us and helping us not create the life that we really want to live and manifest good energy and using our best talents and to share our gifts. Then what we would do is see that belief and realize that if I let's say I hold my hand up and I look at my hand, I can see that this is my hand because it's right in front of me. But when I go back to when I was younger and I see that I have a belief, but it's not really something I can see, it's in my mind. In that moment, I realized that I'm the one that created the belief. No matter what the event was, I gave it the meaning that it has. Then I take a deep breath and kind of notice that, so if I gave it the meaning that it has, then I can take away the meaning and put in a different meaning and put in a different belief that my parents were just busy, but that didn't mean that I wasn't good enough, which then does not have to create impatience, which then creates a much less stressful life. And maybe I can accomplish things that will come from a different spirit and a different energy. It's basically realizing that we are the sculptors. We've sculpted the finished product by a belief system that we created. So we can do those processes one behavior at a time. It only has to take a few minutes, and that over time can really change the way you can function in the world and have all the things that you want to create. Because at the end of the day, when you get back to who am I is I am the sculptor. I'm not the piece of clay. And that's all about how we can change one belief at a time to make us have a better life. Thanks.